The United Methodist Church has been present in Jefferson County, Kentucky since 1782. Gar's Lane United Methodist Church in Shively, Kentucky, traces its beginnings to the first Methodist church in the Louisville community. Through the years, United Methodists have been a vital part of the largest city in Kentucky. After the merger of the Methodist Church and the Evangelical United Brethren, United Methodist churches in Louisville and Jefferson County have been divided into two districts that included other counties, first East and West, then North and South. This division worked against establishing a coherent and community-wide strategy. Only recently have the congregations in Jefferson County been united in one district, yet still connected to churches in other counties. No strategy for the county has been developed from within the district. The real issue is institutional. As an institution, United Methodism tends to centralize the initiative, and most congregations await decisions and funding from above, usually the annual conference. To address the decline of Methodism in the West End and South End of Metro Louisville, United Methodists in Louisville must adopt a new scope and direction in planning. The scope of planning should be countywide. Just as important as the scope of planning, United Methodists should change the direction of planning and ministry initiation. They must replace the centralized, bureaucratic, authoritarian, top-down model of ministry initiation that they currently use. Ministries have a better chance of not only surviving, but becoming effective if they are indigenous, decentralized, and grassroots. The United Methodist structure sometimes becomes like the proverbial self-licking ice cream cone, with committees whose primary reason for existence is to maintain their own existence. All activities center on institutional survival and status. Ministries, projects, and programs sometimes appear to be initiated because something must be done to prove the value of the structure. Pastors often focus not on the community around them, but their next appointment within the annual conference. Historically, mergers do not occur when the entities being merged are strong. Institutional mergers come from the weakness of both partners and create not only more weaknesses, but also draw energy and resources away from the mission, outward focus, toward the institution, inward focus. Mergers draw too much energy and attention from the mission and toward the institution. This institutional focus after the merger is illustrated by the growth in conference-level staff positions and the construction of a large conference headquarters. People in these positions need to initiate ministries, projects, and programs to prove the value of their positions. The retreat of United Methodism eastward in Louisville, and to a lesser extent, outward, has occurred since the 1970s. From the time of the merger of the Evangelical United Brethren and the Methodist Church in 1969, there has been both a significant decline in the number of congregations in Jefferson County and a significant widening of the gap between the number of congregations in the eastern portion of the county and the western portion of the county, based on the old Louisville East and Louisville West districts alignment. In short, the Timberline has become distinct even within the United Methodist Church. The eastward movement of the denomination in the county toward more affluent neighborhoods is more pronounced when the surrounding counties, Oldham, Shelby, Bullitt, Meade, and Hardin, are considered. The district superintendent's office and residence and the bishop's office have followed the eastward movement. The chart shows the decline in the number of United Methodist churches in Louisville Metro, Jefferson County. All the graphs in this study employ either a linear trend line or an exponential trend line. A linear trend line is a straight, best-fit line, drawn through data points to show a steady direction, indicating a consistent rate of increase or decrease. A linear trend line is often used in simple datasets to visualize general patterns and forecast outcomes. An exponential trend line is a curved line showing data that increases or decreases at a constantly accelerating or, in this case, decelerating rate. This type of trend line is helpful in analyzing data that falls at a slowing rate, gradually decaying but not reaching zero. There were only 4 United Methodist churches in the West End in 2023. There were 6 congregations remaining in the South End in 2023. The total number of congregations on the West Side in 2023 was 10. This study projects that there will be 7 United Methodist congregations in the West Side in 2033 and 4 in 2043. Using the 2023 ratio, that means that there will be at the most 3 United Methodist churches in West End in 2033 and 2 churches in 2043. Furthermore, the South End is projected to have 4 United Methodist churches in 2033 and 2 in 2043. In the East End, the projections are less stark but still sobering. In 2033, the East End will have 14 United Methodist congregations in 2033 and 11 in 2043. If nothing changes, the United Methodist presence in Louisville Metro will decline from 27 churches in 2023 to 15 in 2043. To compound the decline of the number of churches, the viability of the remaining congregations will decline. Both total worship attendance for United Methodist churches in Louisville Metro and the average worship attendance will decline. The average weekly worship attendance for the remaining East End churches will fall to about 2,600 in 2033 and decay to almost 2,000 a decade later, 2043. The average weekly worship attendance for the remaining combined West End and South End churches will decline to about 400 in 2033 and 125 in 2043. The average worship attendance for each East End church will be about 180. There will be an average of 30 people in worship in each of the South End and West End churches taken together. 2 recent events have had a significant impact.